Hi, I'm Nick Shell, and if you're watching this video, which you probably are, then it probably means that you have watched me just perform my version of Cat Stevens' song, Father and Son, which coincidentally came out 50 years ago, and coincidentally, this happens to be Father's Day as I've recorded the song and recording this video. I have to admit, I didn't actually plan for it to be that way. I've been working on this for months, and it just so happened to be. I thought, man, I've got some time in the day. It's almost like for Father's Day, my wife gave me some hours of my day, just whatever you want to do. So I'm like, let's see if I can knock out this song now. And so I did. And I want to explain why I chose this song. This song, the first time I really know that I was exposed to it was just a couple years ago, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, when it came out. I took my son to see that, and we watched it again when it came on Netflix. The most memorable scene of the movie features this song, and that's the first time I really noticed the song, paid attention to it, and thought, I'm a daddy blogger. How can I not cover that song at some point? FamilyFriendlyDaddyBlog.com. That's what I have a website. I write a letter to my son every week. I've been doing that every week since the moment my wife and I told everybody that we were going to be having a kid. And I've done the same with my daughters. Every Thursday, I write a letter to each of them about what's going on in their life that particular week, and I have a picture of them or whatever's going on that week. So it only makes sense. It's my destiny, my calling, that I would, of course, cover this song, Father and Son. Ultimately, what is this song about? It's about the paradox of being a youthful boy versus being a mature man, and that relationship, as far as the father is wanting to tell his son, it's okay, take your time, this is going to work itself out. Don't freak out, it's okay. And the son is saying, I need to go figure out this myself. Thanks, but I need to figure this out on my own. And it's about that dynamic. It's funny because for me personally, I didn't experience that. My dad, very involved in my life, couldn't ask for a better dad. And I'm not saying that just to be saying it, I mean that. But for me, the relationship we had, he always knew that instinctively. He knew. I grew up in a small town in Alabama, Fort Payne, Alabama, and I loved that life. I loved the small town feel, but once I graduated high school, I was ready to move away. I moved states away to go to college. And when I went to college, I traveled overseas to Thailand. I taught over there a couple of summers, Korea. I was getting far away, even from the United States. And my dad always understood that. We had a couple brief conversations, but he's basically, yeah, I know that that's what you need to go out and do. And even after college, I moved to Nashville. And why? Randomly Nashville? Well, that was where ultimate opportunity was, and I knew that as far as career opportunities. And a year later, I met my wife. And so, this has become my life here. But there's that understanding with my dad, he always nurtured me going out and figuring out stuff on my own. So whereas for a lot of, I suppose, fathers and sons, that's a struggle, for me and my dad, it's not. Now, granted, I have a son, he's 9.5, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Me being so mindful of the important process of a young man figuring out his own identity. And sometimes you have to almost make some mistakes along the way to get there and to figure that out. Like I said, my son's 9.5, so give it a decade and we'll be in that mindset. I'll be there for him, but I'll also give him enough space to figure out his own stuff. So I'm so glad to be able to share that version of the song. And by the way, when I say a cover, my version of it, what I did, the actual song was two guitars ultimately. One guitar doing the rhythm, Cat Stevens, I suppose, and then he had his friend playing the lead, playing the licks. So what I had to do is do a version of it where I could still do that little lick at the beginning and still do the rhythm, but then also, and it's funny because I've been working on this song for months now. What happened is I was on furlough from work when I started it, and then I went back to work and I don't have time to practice anymore. So as I've been listening, as I've been driving to the gym every day, which is about the only place I drive, it's only like a mile and a half from my house, I've just been listening to Cat Stevens' Father and Son on repeat. And something that really stood out to me all of a sudden in the last couple of days, and I just memorized the part today and figured out the words and looked it up, was the background vocals that happened towards the end of the song, where it is, it's away, 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 the son saying, and then the father saying, stay, stay, stay. All that background vocals, I looked that up. And even too, the way it's performed, and it's a lower register, take your time, the father. But then when the son, it goes up in the high register. All the times that I have, like that. So it's interesting to see it's two different people going the whole time, contrasting each other. And this is truly one of the most difficult songs that I've ever performed, because there's so much that goes into it to make it go right. It's not a simple song. There's a lot of emotions and drama in this song, and it's so real to life. So as a son and as a father, it's interesting to be able to perform this song. Ultimately, coincidentally, I promise I didn't even plan it, coincidentally, on Father's Day 2020, exactly 50 years after the song was released. And if you, for some reason, watched this 6-minute video without having seen me do the song, just click the link right here and you can watch me perform the song. Thanks for watching. Your comments go right here.